Goodness. Okay, welcome to the program. Dax have me laughing before I come on the program because he's trying to set his shot and he has too much light and all of that good stuff. But anyway, we're going to try to do this. This is the Diana Wright Show live at the 8 o'clock hour. So we welcome you from around the world and in the United States. And I promise not to laugh through the whole thing. Until he gets a shot. I'm a laugher anyway, so what can I say? So anyway, Dax is here and he's fuddling with the lighting and the camera and all that kind of stuff. So I'm telling you what he's doing. He's a typical guy. So guess what we're gonna do now? This is a program that we're starting today. And we are going to try to, as Dax would like it to be, more positive stuff. So we're going to try to give solutions to relationships. And we have to talk about some of the problems, obviously. But we're not here to bash men or bash women or whatever the case is. We're trying to see how we can come to a cohesive and better situation with relationships. We do know that men are from Mars and women are from Venus and all that kind of stuff. But if you look at some of these crazy Republican men, you wonder, do they love themselves? I don't think any of them love themselves, because if they love themselves, they would not be hating on poor Obama so much. They would try to think about the fact that I always say, it's the American people, stupid. Okay? So we're going to try to give some love to the guys, even though we know they have a whole lot of issues that they need to work out. And we're not going to be bashing guys, but we're just going to point out some facts about guys. As a matter of fact, I just pulled something offline, and I'm not going to read the entire thing because it's basically talking about the CDC saying that the average man will clock out at just over age 76, while the average American woman will live another 5 years until she's 81. For those who don't want to do the math. But why women get this longevity bump has never been fully understood. So I'm not going to read you the meat of it. I'm going to go to the end of it now. And the end of it is really the funny part. It says, the study's lead author theorizes that hormones may play a role in the disparity. Sex hormones affect the immune system, especially certain types of lymphocytes. Then she went on to say, or he, I guess, because it's a Japanese name. In other words, we get menstrual cramps. Okay, so it's a woman. In other words, we get menstrual cramps and childbearing hips. They get an early grave. So when I read it, I was cracking up. I thought, so I just pulled it offline. I didn't even read it, so you can tell that I didn't get to read it before I talked about it. But I thought that was quite funny. Huh?
What if it was simply that life is a journey?
Yes.
And when you get to the point where you realize what it's about, then you move on.
Okay, you need some light in the background there, okay?
And men get it first and women get it after.
Uh-huh. Okay, he's getting up. So I'm gonna take him off and then come back when he fixes his light. The background is too dark, Mr. Dax. So I thought that was a very funny way to start the program off for Men Speak. We want to hear from men, and we want you to call in, and we want you to say what's on your mind. What bugs you most about women? I would like to know that. What bugs men mostly about women? What are some of the things that you'd like women to stop pretending about? Is it that they're pretending to have an orgasm when they didn't really have one? Or would you like them to be nicer to you? What would you like from women? I'd just like to hear from men and how they feel about that. So there's also an article buzzing around today on the internet. Can parents influence their black sons to date black women? How about that? Because it is said that black women try to influence their sons to stay with the sisters, don't go the other way, especially if those young men are doing well in life financially. But also, there's the other part of the coin that says that if I hook up with a white guy and I take him home, my family, who is black, are more receptive and accepting to that guy. But then when he's white and he takes us home to his white family, they are more suspicious and they are less receptive and less kind about the whole thing. So what is that disparity? And why is it that men seem to like women with long hair and, brown skin as opposed to the dark chocolate sisters? Those are some of the things that, we'd like to talk about and we'd like to know about, and how you feel about that. As I said, no men bashing here, and no, because I don't want anybody thinking I hate guys. I don't. But there are strictly, things that are different about us. Okay, so let's try again if we can get Dax to sit still for 2 minutes. Okay, Dax, are we trying to get you to sit still now? Okay, I'm getting you to sit. Okay, there. That's a little better. It's still a little dark, but we'll work with that. So let's hear your thoughts on how you see a positive relationship going. Okay, we're not going to start with the negative first. I'm going to start with the positive. How do you see a positive relationship moving forward? It doesn't have to be married people. It could be significant others. It could be shacking up, whatever it is.
This is the type of relationship I want to discuss.
Okay.
A committed, loving relationship.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's a committed, loving relationship between a man and a woman,
mm-hmm.
if it's a committed, loving relationship between two men,
mm-hmm.
or two women,
mm-hmm.
I am not promoting any lifestyle. I'm not encouraging any discussion about any lifestyle. I'm talking about the male-female energy,
mm-hmm.
and that dynamic,
okay.
as it plays a role in a committed, loving relationship. That's the conversation I want to have.
Okay. So actually now, how do we actually get there? Because, and the reason I say that is because there are lots of issues that get into that. Because a lot of men will say, oh, well, I wasn't raised with my mother hugging me and loving me and all that. I don't know how to do that. Okay? So how do you get to the place of a loving relationship unless you actually were brought up in one?
No. You have to build it.
Okay. So we build it.
Yes. All we have in life is the ability to create.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to constantly become conscious of what it is that we are creating.
Right.
So we need to first know who we are. We need to understand the gift that we have, whether it's our physical body,
mm-hmm.
or mental capacity, or intellect, or imagination, or ability to sing, whatever it is. We must know what our talents are, because we all have them.
Mm-hmm.
It's the blessing of life. Just the fact that you're alive, you can know for sure you're worth loving yourself.
That's right. Okay. So my thing is, you hook up with a guy. From my perspective, Caribbean guys, or shall I say Jamaican guys, they just seem to not be as romantic as, say, an African American black guy, or an African American, light-skinned guy, or a white guy, or a European guy. What is the disconnect in that particular thing that I just said? And I know I'm not the only person thinking that.
The disconnect is that the Jamaican guy is really down to earth, and he says, tell me what you want. And
hello? Okay, Dax. All right, down to earth. What does that mean, please?
He's saying that I'm not going to try and impress you. I'm
mm-hmm.
going to communicate with you.
Okay.
And if you want something, you tell me what you want. Because he's used to his mother telling him what she wants. And he's just saying, give me a straightforward relationship. I don't need you to, I don't need to pretend. I just need you tell me what you want, and we'll do that.
Okay, but don't you think that if I am supposed to be telling you what to do for me, I don't want to do that. I think you you should go find out. Or
you need to be a mind reader.
Okay, a mind reader? No.
How must I know what you want?
Okay, so you expect me now to say to my husband, okay, I want you to be this type of romantic. I want you to, well, I'm not a flowers person, but, I'm just playing a role now. I would like for you to buy me flowers in the supermarket. Like I see those white guys going to get flowers to take home, and I know they're taking it home to their wives or their girlfriend or whatever. And, I want you to come home and I want you to cook me a meal. And I want you to help with the house, and I want you to help with the children, because, a lot of fathers kind of check out that department and then they expect you to do everything. So is that what I'm supposed to be doing?
That sounds like you need a personal assistant.
Okay, so you see, there we go now.
No.
There we go.
Simply.
Okay.
You just said it in your own statement there.
Yes.
I'm not a flowers person.
Okay.
And then right behind that you contradict yourself and you say, why don't I get flowers like the guy?
No. I'm just saying, for me, I'm not a flowers person, but another woman will see a guy in the supermarket buying flowers, and she likes flowers. No.
How would he know who like flowers or who don't like flowers until she say, I like flowers?
Dax, you are hard not to crack. Okay.
any woman out there who goes with a Jamaican man and said to him, I like flowers, within the next week she get flowers.
Really? Okay, Jamaican men, are you out there? Are you listening, please? Tell me how many Jamaican men actually...
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I can't represent all Jamaican men. I'm not taking on that responsibility at all. I am...
Okay, there you go. Okay, Dax is not taking on any responsibility. Hello, good evening. You're on the Diana Wright Show.
Good evening, Diana and Dax, listen to this. If I am going out with a gentleman and I have to tell him that I like flowers, he can forget it. He needs to present that first. Let me say I don't like flowers, I rather. If we have a conversation prior to that, then yes, the flowers thing will come up. I like flowers or so. But if he's going to try to woo me, he better do something to woo me. If I don't like it, I will say so. And I know how to say it respectfully and at the same time appreciate the flowers. And if I tell him that I want flowers, and he's going to wait a whole week to give me the flowers, that's not the gentleman I want, Doc. I'm sorry. He has to come good. I am going to come good. I'm going to give 100%. I expect him to give 100% too.
Okay.
I don't want to have to wait a whole week after I tell him I like flowers for him to give me flowers, Doc.
Oh no, this is
and that is why you and I are not together.
You sit down there with a beautiful smile like you think I'm good.
I'm totally out of control.
Yes.
Because I cannot believe what Dax is saying.
Listen.
I can't hear him, because I have to turn down the volume.
I'm laughing until I'm crying.
I can hear you, Diana, but I can't hear Dax.
Okay. Okay, well, you have to hang up and listen to his answer.
Well, I'm going to hang up and turn up the volume again.
Okay.
I enjoy you every time you're on the show anyway.
Oh my goodness, this is so funny. Okay, no, Dax. Okay, Dax. A lot of women are going to be, just saying, what the hell is Dax talking about?
Hold on. Let's put the foundation in place.
Okay, all right.
I believe in a philosophy that says I be I and you be you. That you are you and I am I. And that we are two unique individuals who have our own freedom of choice. And that the only rules for my life come from in my heart. That I believe that God tells me how I should be and speaks to me directly and says, listen to your heart, let it guide you in life. And I'm saying to you, if I meet a woman and I like her,
right,
and I say, how are you? do you like flowers?
But that's why would you ask her that?
Huh?
Why are you going to ask her that? You're not supposed to be asking her that.
Would really come from Mars and the Venus. You're saying, if I want to know whether a woman like flowers, it would be foolish for me to ask her the simple question, do you like flowers?
Okay, Dax. Okay, let's back up a little bit here because you're making me cry. Okay. When you meet someone, this is just talking for women. I think when women meet a guy, they want the guy to come with his own creativity. They don't want you to come and ask them, do you like flowers? No. Give her the flowers and let her say, this is what the caller was saying. Give her the Dax is totally perplexed. Dax, listen to me now. Okay, so
It's 10 years I'm with Vanya, you know.
Okay, when you met Vanya, how did you approach her? Let me ask you this then. To say, I'm interested in you, I'd like to date you. What was your approach then? Let's start there.
Well, first and foremost, Vanya was married and I was married.
Oh, Jesus. So you are committing crazy sins.
That's a whole other story.
Another story. Okay.
But let us stay with the point.
Okay.
The point is that the only way I know what Vanya likes is because I asked Vanya what she likes and she told me. And over the last 10 years, I know enough about what she likes and she knows enough about what I like for us to have a fantastic relationship, helping each other to enjoy what we like.
Okay, so when you meet someone or when a guy, you're giving your son advice, yes?
Yes.
Is he just going to go and say, hi, how are you? You know, do you like flowers?
Well, my son is a quite capable ladies man.
Okay.
And I don't feel I can represent him properly in terms of what he would say.
Okay.
However, I have told my son that, you know, when dealing with ladies, being honest is more important than being nice or being concerned about whether they will cry or not cry.
Okay, I got that. I think that's good.
And that he must make his word be impeccable. That whatever he says, he means and means what he says.
Right. Good advice so far.
And so I expect that in a very pleasant, engaging conversation, he would identify what a woman likes and then do those things to make her happy.
Right.
But maybe I misrepresented myself in suggesting that it would be a straightforward question as to what do you like, and let me make a list.
Right.
But instead, it would be, if I see how she responds to flowers when we walk past the flowers in the supermarket.
Ah, there you go.
You know, make note. Because it's simply about paying attention to each other. In the relationship.
Okay, let's see who we got here. Hello, you're on the Diana Wright Show live with Dax Dunn. We are doing men and men only.
Okay.
Men speak.
You heard me tonight, I'm telling you.
No, okay.
I'm glad you went into that little part there where you forgive yourself for saying what you did. So you ask her no straight up question if she likes flowers. So you did misrepresent yourself. But you're doing good so far, Dax.
Thank you.
You're doing good. And I'm just playing devil's advocate. That's all I'm doing. And I'm sure you're aware of that. But you know, I have been around the block myself. Maybe 2 times your age.
Okay.
Probably 2 times your age. So I know a little about this business more than you do.
I understand.
So keep going. You're doing good, partner.
I appreciate the wisdom and the
Bye-bye.
Okay, thank you. Take care. Okay, Doc. So you're on a straight road now. Okay, so let's continue to be on the straight road.
Listen. I promise you, I will only speak from my heart. And who like it, who don't like it, that's okay.
Okay,
But-
so how do you then as a man? Oh my goodness. Hello, good evening. You're on the air with Diana and Dax. Hello. Okay. All right. Okay. When you meet, okay, say you're living together then, because that's your situation. Okay. How do you figure out that you want to be with this person for the long term in terms of actually getting to live together? First of all, how do you get to that point?
No.
Is it a sex thing? Is it a long hair thing? Is it a brown skin thing? What is it that drives
No.
men? Because
No. For me, and I don't represent nobody but
Dax, yes.
the Republic of Dax.
The Republic of Dax, okay.
Republic of Dax. So in my world, it's about how I feel. All I have is my mind, my body, and my spirit, and that I must use my environment, my emotions, and my social relationships to navigate this world, this thing we call life.
Okay.
And when I find somebody whose energy attracts me and makes me feel good, that when they're near me, I'm
You have
excited.
heart palpitations?
Yes. When they're not around, I miss them. And
Okay.
I wish that my mind goes on them and I think about them. So, I mean, and then from there is about what can if living together would cause us to not be comfortable, then I wouldn't live together.
Okay. All right. So are you going then for the physical first, or are you going for the wait until I speak to her and hear what she's thinking and how her mind works before I kind of...
The initial attraction is a energy, a vibes. I see her and she don't say anything at all, and I get the right vibe. Great. I see her and she talk, and I don't get any vibe. I don't get the vibe. So it's just getting a vibe.
Okay, so what is it that you consider to be romantic then? Because I think that women have a total different thing for romance than guys. Guys are, to me, more sexual. Women are more emotional. So, as a guy, are we off track or are we on track? Thinking that you guys are just really thinking about, getting into the haystack.
I think that having a moment is the thing that's romantic.
Okay.
And sometimes guys are so caught up in getting to that orgasmic moment that they miss many of the moments that build up to that ultimate moment.
Okay.
But that's what happens when they're young.
Really?
As they get older and wiser, they become more aware of how important each moment is, and they start building those moments. Now, some people grow older in age, but not older in wisdom. So they may be very old, but still using childish ways.
Right.
But there may be young people who quickly realize from one moment to the next what's the best way to create their ultimate reality and their lifestyle that really is worth living for.
So, are you then saying, because the reason I'm looking down is because there was a story this week about the fact that older men tend to be better lovers than younger men.
They have more practice.
Oh, that's what it is, more practice. Okay, all right. So I'm actually looking for the story, but I can't find it. It's here somewhere.
That is something that differentiates men from women.
Okay.
Men are about things innovating, things changing. Women are about maintaining and keeping things together.
Okay.
So you find that men are now going out there and saying, okay, I did this one way and it worked. Let me do it another way, see if it works any better. And that's why we tinker with the car and we, mess around with stuff and we just, we want to figure things out. Women don't want to break it down. If it work, it work. Keep working it the same way. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. You know how I like it.
Okay. So you think that women seem to be more routine when it comes to sexual escapades, then?
Yes.
Really?
That's my experience.
Okay.
Not to suggest that Vanya is such.
Okay. No. We're not talking about our partners here. We're talking in generalities, basically, is what we're doing. Because I would think...
That's one of...
Go ahead.
That's one of the problems I have, is that we talk from these positions of, who can talk, but only from their own experience.
Okay.
And I'm saying I'm willing to be open. I'm willing to share my life and my life experiences because I think they're damn good. And somebody...
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, somebody can learn or, Okay, so what do you do then in your relationship that makes you think that you are romantic? What are some of the things you do? Let's teach people, because a lot of people, when you say to a guy, I need some romance, he goes, what do you need?
Okay.
I don't want to tell you what I need.
First thing is I pay attention to her.
Okay.
And she sees me looking at her. She feels me looking at her. And she doesn't feel uncomfortable. She feels warm and security. And
relaxed.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't need anything from her. I'm not looking at her to get her attention.
Or you're not looking at her to say you're going to have sex.
No.
Because I think a lot of women, if even if it's your husband, he comes in or whatever, he gives you a hug, and straight away you're going, okay, I guess he's setting me up for some sex tonight now. You know what I'm saying? I've heard several women talk about this on television.
And so what if that is what he's doing?
What do you mean, and so what?
So what if that you want him to want to have sex with somebody else?
Oh my goodness gracious me. No, Dax, I don't. But the point is, shouldn't it be that men are romantic all the time as opposed to only when they're looking for having sex that night?
And I'm saying to you, shouldn't it be that if you want to have sex, you would become romantic?
Yes, I'm not saying no, but I'm saying why make it so obvious? Shouldn't you kind of be soft and romantic and genteel normally, as opposed to only when you're trying to get something from me that night?
Absolutely. If I was a woman, that would make perfect sense.
Exactly.
But I'm a man. For me, the simple thing is, I want to let you know from now that I want to be with you later.
Oh my God, Dax.
And if you want to let me know what you need for you to feel comfortable when that time comes, you should let me know. So in my relationship, Vanya might say, I wish I had a glass of wine. And I'll say, all right. No, she'll say, this is exactly what she does. I'll tell you exactly what she does. She says, hey, I'm going to go by the wine store and get a glass of wine. And I say, all right, babe, no problem. She says, you want to come? I said, no. She says, okay. And then half an hour pass and she don't leave the house.
Oh.
And then she'll say, I really should have gotten the wine earlier. And I'll say to her, you want me to go get it for you? And she said, no, that's okay.
But she really wanted to go get it.
and then another 10 minutes will pass. And I'll say, babe, I go get the wine for you, no problem. She said, no, I don't want you to go if you don't have to.
That sounds like a woman for real.
And I said, no problem, babe, I'll soon come. And I go and I get the bottle of wine. It's a walking distance, I just walk downstairs.
Yeah.
So I come back and she has her wine. I go on watching TV, Real Housewives or something like that. And then she comes back out maybe 45 minutes later and she said, "You're not coming to bed?" And then I'm ready to come to bed.
But yeah, but don't you see that, okay, she's giving you a clue, but most men would not even take the clue. They would be like, "Oh, so go get it." And that's the end of the conversation, don't you think?
You want to know the secret?
What's the secret?
No, you're not ready for the secret.
Oh my God. He's not ready to give us a secret. You are tuned to the Diana Wright Show at the 8 o'clock hour. We are talking about men and men's needs, okay? Because I don't think men get enough opportunity to speak about what they want, what they need. And
you know, did you give out the phone number? Because I think there are some guys who want to call.
Okay, well, let me put the phone number up on screen, and then I'll also say the phone number also, so we can hear from the guys. Okay, the number is 561-228-1921. That's 561-228-1921. Men speak. We're giving you the opportunity to speak your mind. Tell us some of the things that you don't like about the way women approach relationships, because one of the things you hear a lot is, I watch several movies and, you know, like this guy, he's obviously black, and he'll go, "Oh, you know, I can't be bothered with dating them black women, man. They have too many issues, and, you know, white women are so much more easy. You know, they just let you do what you want to do," and stuff like that. And I'm going, okay, what is that about?
You want me to answer that question?
Yes.
It's about the idea that relationships are conditional. That there's this list of, you know, I need all of these things, and until this man can, and these are the things that the ideal man must fulfill for me in order for me to be happy.
Right.
And I'm saying, think of it like a movie, okay?
Okay.
You could be a producer for a movie and you say, "You know what, I'm only going to invest in movies that have a mass appeal, are low budget are reasonable to produce, will make me $250 million, and that's the only type of movie I want to invest in."
Right.
Or you could be a movie writer that says, "You know what, I want to write a movie that is just mine, special, unique to me, and somebody for me to share it with." And then you start from just that all I want is a committed relationship. I don't want hair or breasts or legs or income or, you know, nothing, but just a loving, committed relationship.
But do you think that is possible for most people, though? Because a lot of people get into relationships for different things. Some people are in love. Some people love the guy's money. Some people like the guy's power. Some people like the fact that the guy is tall and he dressed nice. You know, there are different things that attract people to relationships, and vice versa. Some men like long hair, brown skin. Some men like dark. Some men like fat women. Some men like skinny women. You know, so how do you even get to a place where people, because just today there was an article on the online that's talked about, can parents influence, or should they be influencing their black sons to date only black women, especially if they're successful? And of course in the article they brought up Barack Obama and the fact that his mother is white, and, you know, he's black, and he married to a black sister, and, you know, that's what the trend of the conversation online. So I just thought, you know, are men thinking then that women who are light skinned, or women who, because men obsessed with hair? Let me ask you this before I even finish that question. Are men obsessed with women with long hair?
You know,
or is Dax obsessed with women with long hair and brown skin? Let me put it that way then, since you want to personalize it.
You know, what I find interesting is that I just told you the formula by which I develop my relationship. And you completely disregard.
No, I'm not.
To then go down this road of now asking me what are my criteria for a woman. And I'm saying to you, The criteria is I'm not interested in a woman. I'm interested in a relationship.
Okay, so you're saying then that it doesn't matter how the person looks or whatever, you are satisfied to know if that person, no matter how they look, as long as they have and can make you have a committed relationship,
yes,
then
yes.
you're cool.
Yeah, that I'm saying it's just if you go by the feeling I want to commit to this person, and whatever this person likes, I am going to like it because I like that person enough to like the things that they like. Or I know myself well enough that if I like these things and this person likes it as well, then that means that we have a good connection. And I'm saying to you, you know, I was in a relationship before with a woman that was wonderful, a fantastic person, but I needed something different, or more importantly, I did not know what I need. I didn't know myself well enough to say I need this or I need that. Instead, I was just doing my best to make her happy, but at the same time not being happy myself.
Well, maybe, do you think maybe you got into a relationship too young?
No, I think I didn't have the necessary support to be in a relationship that I can give my kids, that I know my son must be better at relationships than I am. Okay. Unless he's just unwilling to learn from me, but I am investing that time. My dad tried 5 years too late.
Okay.
But had my dad and I had a conversation before I got married, I think I would have made different choices. But you know what? I can't tell you that I regret it because I'm really happy now. I only regret any hurt or pain I've caused anybody along the way.
Right.
But right now, I couldn't want any more from my life. My life is fantastic for me.
Okay. So you're content as long as you can have a great relationship. And what if you are in the relationship now and then you figure later on that the person is not really, you know, what you thought they were, or, you know, they're not satisfying your needs anymore? What do? Are you one that would say, okay, I'm splitting, but, you know, or I don't think I'm getting what I want out of this thing, I'm gone?
Well,
or will you struggle through it to make it get to where you want it to go?
I realize that there's a commitment to the idea of it not being mine to control. But I am telling you that my life is mine to create. So I respect the freedom of choice from everybody around me. But I'm saying I believe that I have the ability, after finding somebody who has enough fundamental things in common with me, to continually have that relationship evolve to suit me and their needs, so that there's no need for me to say, what if it don't work? Because the commitment means I am always working at making sure it's working. Okay,
so here we go then. So we need to, basically, relationships are things that we need to work at.
No.
Is that what you're saying?
We need to create them. Work at it, meaning relationships are things we need to love. And when we love something, we give it attention. Unfortunately, too many people watching this love money, and therefore they keep giving money their attention.
Right.
Keep going out and exchanging their time for money. But you and I know that what we love is spending time to share with people information to help to uplift them and to enlighten them and to give them the tools to do better with their lives. And then they will find the right place for the money in their life. That we need money. We understand the use of money, but we don't sell our time for money. We do what we love, and money comes to us.
Okay, so as you're saying there, I'm listening keenly to what you're saying. So we need to be creating the relationships that we want.
Absolutely.
But what if we really don't know how to do that?
We are creating all the relationships that we have. We're just not conscious of it. But when you become aware, then you can find the balance while you respect the other person, it is not totally up to you. If I am creating a building, I have to work with the city. I have to work with the contractor and the architect
and all those people.
And the builder, the raw materials, the weather, the environment, the social relationships around it, and my emotional commitment to stay focused on this relationship I'm building. And that is what is important, to become clear as to what it is you're really paying attention to, and then do it on a daily basis.
Okay. Are there any other tips that you can say give then in order to create what you're kind of looking for in a relationship? Because, you know, I think if you speak to most women, they will kind of say, my husband or my boyfriend create. What would they create? He ain't creating nothing.
Well, I think part of it is communicate. So you have to start with the communication.
Okay.
And okay, I accept that I have a gift.
Yes, and most men are not talkers.
Fair enough. But now women must be listeners. Okay. And listeners not in what they say, but in what they do. That they need to see the man for who he is. Don't try and, you know, make him into who you want him to be. Understand that what him say is what he mean. You don't have to ask him the same question 3 different times.
Oh my God, yes, women are guilty of that. Okay, go ahead.
No, I mean, you know, again, the whole purpose of my being here in my mind is that I believe that, you know, if we just start from the right question, why am I in this relationship? What is the purpose of this relationship? And for me, I'm going to say it straight, sex. I am in my relationship because I like sex.
Okay, and you figure that that's the person that will satisfy your needs.
No, I know that this person has been satisfying my needs.
Okay, all right. So what else are you wanting out of a relationship then? It can't be just sex. It has to be something else.
Why can't it just be sex?
Because there are so many other things but sex.
Like what? Like what?
Let's see now. Like, do you always have to have sex when you go to bed? Or
No,
you know, can you just cuddle and not have any sex?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. All right. You lost me there for a minute because I thought you meant, you always thinking. Are men always just thinking about sex, or is it just you?
What's the most important thing in your life?
For me?
Yes.
The most important thing for me in my life is honesty, loyalty, and those things come before sex, because, you know, if someone is disloyal to me, and commitment. I like when people are committed, and you know.
It come before your children?
Huh?
It come before your children?
If my husband comes before my children?
No. Does honesty, loyalty, and those things come before your children in terms of the things you value in your life?
No. I was just thinking about things, not the people.
Okay.
Okay. So I was just talking from that end.
So why do you put things before people?
But I'm not putting things before people because. No, but I was just responding to the question in terms of the sexual part,
You know,
not the person.
There's a term that we use in our house. It's LOL.
Laughing out loud?
No.
Oh, what
it
is
means lessons of life.
Okay, lessons of life. All right.
So Vanya and Sarah have their moments, and they say these are lessons of life. LOL.
Okay.
So I want to give you a LOL right now.
Okay, I'll take it.
I want to share with you that you have chosen to value the things you describe over the people in your life.
No, that's not true, Dax. I was answering you based on the fact that we were talking about sex, and you say you love sex, but for me, sex does not come to the top of the brim.
Right, and I'm saying what comes to the top?
What comes to the top is what I just listed.
Before children?
No, forget about people. I'm not talking about people right now.
And I'm saying the lesson of life here is for you to realize that people are the most important things in your life.
Yeah, but that's absolute. That's an absolute. My daughter means more than everything else.
It's not an absolute at all.
Well, for me, it's an absolute because that's how I run my business. But
how many people are absolutely guaranteed to be a part of your life?
Well, my daughter, my husband, I question. It's a question time because men, you just never know what they're going to do. And I don't like to, it's for me, I don't think you can actually have a relationship with anyone, male or female, and think that person is absolutely yours because you just never know what's going to happen down the road. Okay? So my daughter and my mom, I know, are two absolutes. Okay? So let's just put it that way.
I accept that, and that's your choice.
Yeah.
For me, I believe that, all I have is this moment. And
this moment, yes.
Yeah. And I want to spend this moment with the people who make me feel good.
Right.
And the thing that makes me feel good is having sex. And I enjoy spending time with that person because even when we're not having sex, the memories, the thoughts, the feelings that relate to having sex, I find very exciting for me.
But I think that would be for most guys, wouldn't it?
Well, I don't know, but I'm saying to you, you seem to are asking me to justify why is that the only thing that is most important in my life, and I'm saying to you, I'm telling you that it's so damn good. It's the most important thing in my life. That don't mean I have it all the time and it's always on my mind and I'm constantly infatuated with sex. It's Jamaica, in my mind, is the best country in the whole damn world.
Well, we that's debatable.
No, I'm saying for me. I'm not debating anybody.
Okay.
Absolutely no place in the world that I would rather be than in Jamaica.
Okay.
But I'm not in Jamaica because beyond what I would like, a place I'd like to be, there are other aspects of my life that are more important. So sex is the most important aspect of my life. But Jamaica is right up there. My kids are right up there. Diana Wright is right up there.
Thank you very much. Oh my goodness, I am in good company. I'm all the way up there with Jamaica. Wow, this has been a very interesting conversation. Okay, all right, Dax. I want to get back. Okay, so sex is the number one thing then, and you put your children and so where's your partner? I guess your partner is right there with the sex, right?
The sex is the partner, yes. Absolutely.
Is the partner, okay. Yes. And then you have your children, and then you have, where is Jamaica coming in third there? Because that's way up.
My love, we don't have no hierarchy like that. Love is love. I don't have to count love.
There's no hierarchy with your love. Okay, Dax.
Love is everything. I'm not, love is like ear.
Wow. Boy, you are seriously deep into this sex thing, and I'm just wondering, I think most guys probably feel the same way. But I don't think they are expressing it as you do. I don't think they express it that way.
What is the problem you have with sex?
I don't have a problem with sex. I'm just saying that I don't think most guys are honest enough to say that to a female that they're with.
Most women honest enough to say, I love sex, I like sex.
Are there any women out there that is willing to say, yeah, of course I know women who say that. Absolutely, I do. I know women who are like that. They are like, I can't do without sex, I have to have sex, blah, blah, blah. I'm just not one of those people. Sex to me is not, it's important, it's a part of the equation, but it's not the most important thing.
And I'm saying it is so important for me, and thank God it is just as important for her And
Okay, so when you get older now, let's go for the older folks now. When you get older and you have issues where, because I'm just tired of hearing about Cialis and Viagra and, oh, this person is going to get you to be bigger and all this kind of stuff on the radio. Sometimes I'm like bombarded. You're listening to the radio station, and it doesn't matter which radio station, whether it's a business radio station or a music radio it's the same thing. It's like,
Dana, I have to stop you a second.
Okay, all right. I'm listening.
I want to be clear that when I say sex, I am not talking about jumping in the bed
act of sex.
and the thing. I'm talking about.
So why are you afraid of you're not talking about penetration? Is that you're not talking about that necessarily?
Right. I'm talking about the yin yang,
yang. Okay.
Sexual energy. Just the whole vibe between a man and a woman, which exists beyond my relationship with one specific woman. So I have a committed partner who that's the only person that I'm having intercourse with.
Right. Okay.
But on a daily basis, I'm interacting, and just the mere fact that I am a male and she's a female, there is a sexual energy that is constant,
But how many men, though, do you think is thinking the way you think? That's what I want to know.
Well,
how many men do you really? Because I'm sure you have friends that you talk to. How many of them actually can honestly say, "Look, I am willing to create the relationship that I want." Basically, I would hope that creating the relationship that you want, you're satisfying the other person. So you're satisfying their needs also.
Well,
am I on the right track here?
I have a close group of friends who are able to create the type of relationships that they want and are very happy in their relationships.
Okay. That's interesting. Are they Jamaicans too?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
But I know of other people who are challenged in their relationship.
Ah, there we go.
Who are in a relationship where I'm not satisfied and I'm not getting what I want, but I don't know how to leave.
Now, there we go, because go, there we go.
I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want to disrupt my kid's life.
Right.
And I don't really want to be on my own. And the beauty of it, though, is that every single one of us are creating exactly what we want for ourselves. And all you have to do is realize, if it's not working for you, then you need to change something about it.
Okay.
That's simple.
Simple. Change it. All right. I'm not so sure, because a lot of people stay in relationships for different things. Some it's for money, some it's the kids, as you just mentioned. Some, because a lot of people, like you hear on television recently, women are saying, "Oh, I'm married, but I'm lonely," or "I feel alone."
And that's their choice.
Yeah.
They're waiting for somebody else to create something and bring it to them, rather than them going out and creating what they really want. They're not willing to invest the time and energy to find out what it is that truly makes them happy, and then tell somebody. How the man if you know, if you not tell him, tell somebody. What are you keeping it a secret for?
Oh my God. So you're saying that women, because it's interesting that you say that, because I have a book. I interviewed a gentleman. He lives in, I think, in Georgia. And he wrote this book called Real Love. And one of his things was that when you find someone that you like and you go out to dinner or the first date or whatever you do, please do not pretend. Be yourself. If you like to eat food, don't pretend as if you don't like to eat and then you go home and you're dying of hunger. He just says you must just put it on the table. I like this, I like that. This is how I am. How about you? And I thought, okay, But should you be putting that all on the table one time? Or should you kind of just, because you might not get a second date.
Well, it depends what you want. Do you want to give him what he thinks he wants, or do you want to be who you are? And to me, there's only one answer.
Be who you are, absolutely.
Be who you are. But you're going to tell me that out of the whole, how much billion people on the earth, nobody can feel, say, boys, me all right, just as I am? Without the hat, with the ball.
Well, I let me tell you something. I do. I love me. I truly, truly love me, and I've taught my daughter to love herself. And I think my husband loves himself too. I'm not. I'm almost sure he does, because men don't really tell you those things. Why is it that men don't? You talk, but the average guy that does he talk? Is he that open?
Well, sometimes women don't want to listen, so they don't talk.
Oh my God, Doc. Why are you always blaming it on the women?
No, I'm not blaming it on the women. I try
yes,
to give
you are.
Perspective.
No, but I'm serious. How does a woman have to be blamed why a man doesn't want to speak?
Hey, listen, there's a thing called cause and effect.
Okay.
Every action have an equal and opposite reaction. It's the yin and the yang of life.
Okay.
That if a woman wants to be a woman, then stay being a woman. If a woman wants to be a man, then she has to change how she be and become a man. If a woman wants to have a relationship with a man, then all she has to do is have a relationship with a man where she's willing to understand this is what men do, and let the man do what him do. And do what she do.
Oh my God, Dax! I don't know. You making it sound so simple. So okay, what do you think are some of the things that women should not be doing then, if you want to put it that way? She should not be insisting that he speaks.
I just love how you ask these questions. You are consistent.
I am persistent because I want answers.
And the answer to your question is that...
you see, if it was a female show, all the women would be calling. See, men, they don't want it because they're worried about if somebody's going to recognize their voice, or, oh my God, what if I say something and she knows it's me?
Let me tell you what it is. Half of the men out there just saying, watch that make a fool of himself. Can nobody now listen to anything him saying?
Oh my goodness, is that what you think your friends would be saying?
Absolutely. Them said, watch Dax make a fool of himself.
Oh my God, no, that's not true. Because I do believe that men should actually be saying, you all are expecting the women to always say things. You should be saying what you want to.
What we do?
You do?
Sex.
But it can't be about just sex. That's the whole point.
Whoa.
It cannot be only about sex. I'm sorry.
Okay. and hey, listen. I'm saying to you, good for you.
Okay, good. It's not me. It's not about... If you go out there right now, you and I take a camera and we go out and we talk to women, you want to tell me how many of them are going to say, I want a relationship and it's just going to be, the most important thing is going to be sex. Tell me how many women you get. I'm serious, Dax.
Every married woman I would get. Because they understand, every happily married woman.
Yes.
Every happily married woman, or every woman in a committed relationship would get exactly what I'm saying.
Really? And they would actually say sex is the most important thing?
Yes.
Okay, Dax. No, I'm going to challenge you on that. I'm sorry. You got to go and take that iPhone and go talk to some women.
Hold on a second. Let me give you a perfect analogy.
Okay.
Another LOL.
Life. Lesson of life.
Yes. If I ask you what's the most important thing you must do every single day, 99% of people I ask would not say to breathe. But the only way we can have life is to have breath.
True.
The only way we can have our species continue to live on this planet is with sex.
Okay.
Sex is fundamental, sex is important, sex is necessary.
It is all of that.
Yes. So I'm saying to you, I breathe every day, but I don't use my breath to describe the activities I perform in my life. I talk about sex in terms of the sexual energy that I am using with my partner to create life consistently. I am running a business, helping people, creating products, raising children, taking care of parents, interacting with a community, and I'm doing it all based on my sexual energy that I share with my partner because she and I are in tune.
Wow.
And constantly generating more and more energy with the passion that we experience through the sex. The sex is that she is a female, I'm a male. She operates a certain way, I operate a certain way, and we constantly are going at each other and generating the friction that is the tension of life and allowing us to create the experience that we both are committed to continuing to create over and over and over and over and over again.
Wow. Well, that's a good way to end. I would like to, for this, I would love to be able to talk to some of your friends to see if they are on the same plane as you are. Seriously.
Well, I tell you, my friends would tell you I'm crazy. So, I don't know. I invited a few of them. You gave out the phone number?
Yes, I did. As a matter of fact, I had it up and I gave it out several times. I'm telling you, they chickened out. I'm telling you, they do, because that's how guys are. They chicken out when it comes to public speaking publicly. Okay, let's see if someone is proving me wrong then. Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, Danny. Good evening, Zach. Good evening, my friend.
How are you?
You did.
I'm doing better than good. I just had the same. Listen, your program is very entertaining, I will say. And, I agree. Everything you do at Dax is my boy.
You agree with Dax? Everything he says? You think sex is the most important thing too?
Well, it's never the most, but it's up there with just breathing,
Ah!
Relationships are tough. And everybody are basically acting a role sometimes. When you meet somebody for the first time, you and them go out, everybody bringing them afterward performance. A knife and fork like she come off of the queen's table, but after you get to know her now, she starts eating like a queen with a man too. Everybody trying to impress somebody, But I think that every relationship with a person has to operate on its own individually. They have to find their own way. There's no hard and fast rule out of relationship business work. You have to just go to the flow and hope what you're dealing with work. That's just the way I see it.
Okay, so are you with Dax then in terms of creating your relationship around that whole sexual energy and sex is the most important thing?
Yeah, man, just imagine your life without breathing. It's the same thing. I agree with that 110%. Sex is vital to this whole functioning right. Because you don't have that thing, you're miserable every day.
So when you're not getting enough sex, you're miserable, huh?
Of course, and women too. They're telling that to you, don't live every day and just start complaining how she miserable, she has a date, she has all kind of problem.
Wow.
So I am with that one.
Are you married?
No, I'm not, but I'm in a relationship.
Okay, and you find that your partner is in sync with the whole sexual energy that Dax speaks of then?
Yes, she is.
Okay, well, congratulations. What do you think what do you think you're doing that makes her want to have sex with you? What do you think you're doing right? What you're doing right, I should say.
Well, you know, it's nothing that I'm doing right. It's just a feeling that we have for each other.
Okay.
You know, everything is just flowing right, the vibe's flowing right, and, you know, she dig me and I dig her, and it's all about love at the end of the day, you know.
Okay. All right. Dax?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
At least one man calling.
Thank you, sir.
At least you saved the whole men that I was just about to sling them, right?
Adrian,
I'll sit down and I'll stop and I'll listen again.
All right, thank you so much. All right.
God bless.
Oh, God bless you too. Okay, Dax, what are you influencing these guys?
No, those guys are influencing me, but you know what? No, listen, we're ending out the show.
Yeah.
And I want to end out the show on a serious
note. Okay. Because I'm telling you, this is the show that I've laughed on the most.
You know, we need to wake up.
Mm-hmm.
We need to open our eyes, and we need to realize that we can't live without each other.
True.
This is not a man thing or a woman thing. This is a human thing, and we need each other. We both serve a purpose. Let us stop looking at the things that divide us and start looking at the things that define us.
Okay.
And by being true to yourself, you start. And how you do that? By loving yourself.
First.
Love me.
Yeah.
So I want to tell everybody out there, buy a I Love Me t-shirt. That's the right website. Don't make the opportunity pass you.
Yes.
Buy for your girl. Trust me. If you're small, it will fit her.
Oh my good, and it's true, you know, because I everyone that I know that wears a shirt, they say that it gives them this kind of confidence, you know, to say I love me and I'm telling you that I do kind of thing. You know?
Let me tell you how it worked for me, Diana.
Yeah.
I'm not telling anybody else what to do, right?
Right.
I'm not theorizing, you know.
Okay.
I am telling you something specific. It is a fact.
Okay.
Right? When Vanya wears a shirt, she gets attention.
Okay.
When she gets attention, she's happy.
Wow.
When she's happy, she makes me happy.
All right now.
You understand?
Vanya needs to get a white, a pink, and a black.
No, I need to get Vanya a white, a pink,
and a black. Well, she has a black already.
It's my best interest. You understand?
Oh my goodness, this has been really, really great.
This is what business is all about, you know.
Yeah, definitely so.
At the end of the day, in business, I want your money. But more importantly, I want your satisfaction, so you will give me your money to get the satisfaction.
Okay, that's cool.
So now I have to figure out what do I have to do to get you to give me your money.
Okay.
And it may mean I have to create some products, provide some service, give you something at the end of the day.
Right.
But that is just commerce. And I'm saying we are in the business of love.
Love, L-O-V-E, man. That's my word, because I can't get to the sex place if I don't feel loved.
Yeah, but forget about the sex place. Let's stay with the love place. Let us make love. Let us be love. Let us live love.
Amen.
You know?
Yes, because even myself, when I wear that shirt, because I wear them every week, I mean, because, you know, I make sure I have every color, but people, it creates a conversation with people. Sure. People are like, oh, where did you get that shirt? I love me? Oh. And then, I go to TJ Maxx and I'm trying to, you know, go to the register and do my business. And the woman is getting into a deep conversation with me about this. Oh, I hope they're not obsessed and in love with themselves, though. And, you know, she's like, and I'm going, the customers are behind me. You know, I got to go. So it creates conversation. The shirts, I find that it really works for me. And Novlet, who you know through doing the RAD 21-day detox, she says when she wears her shirt, people are asking her all kind of questions.
Yep.
You know.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So anyway, this has been fantastic. I have enjoyed myself, and I hope we can do this again next Thursday. But I have to. Well, I think there is a lot of men I know are kind of in the church thing right tonight. So maybe that's why some of them didn't call. But I guarantee you that this is going to spring out, and we're going to have some saviors like the gentleman who just called just now. And that doesn't say that women can't call, because I know a lot of women are listening to say Diana say men speak. But I want to hear your point too, like the lady who called and said to Dax, no, don't be asking me if I want flowers. You need to go buy the flowers and bring the flowers and see how I react to the flowers. I just thought that was so funny. Seriously. Okay.
It's fun. It's fun, and the intention here is to be productive. We really want to be productive.
Yes.
If I can learn something, I'm happy to learn it.
Amen to that. Amen to that.
I'm open. I'm always ready to learn something new.
Oh,
and if you don't like what I'm saying, it's okay.
It's okay. It is. It is truly okay.
No
and
problem.
Next week, though, I want to talk about the fact that are guys like yourself more content when you're not committed with a ring, or is it doesn't really matter? Because for women seem to be into making sure that they get married. Women are more into that, I think, than men are. So I want to go into that a little bit next week. Is that cool?
Yeah, man, no problem.
Okay. All right. Okay, Dax, thank you so much for joining me. And please say hello to Vanya. I hope she doesn't mind that you're calling her name up.
Vanya is in Zurich.
Woo! No wonder you can be talking so much. Uh-oh. So you're going to get killed. I hope she's not, if she's watching you in Zurich right now.
I'm going to put her right beside me next week so she can listen.
Yeah, but the point is, I hope she's watching in Zurich so when she comes home, she can cut your neck off.
Why would she cut my neck off?
Because you're calling her name and saying this is what she likes to do, that wine thing. No, but that wine thing, though, is very, very much a good thing for her to do, because to me, it tests to see if you're feeling the vibrations of what she wants you to do.
Right.
Yeah? So
yes.
I think most men need to be more in tune with what their woman is actually asking for. Even though they go, I don't really need you to do that,
Yeah, and that's the problem that, you see, here's the problem. Mm-hmm. I know we finished with the show, but
okay. Well, we're still talking. It's cool. It's okay.
It's the same thing that Novelet called about.
No, that wasn't Novelet that called earlier.
Sorry.
Okay, it wasn't her.
So when somebody says, this is what I want, mm-hmm. you say, well, you shouldn't have to tell me what you want.
Right.
But then what a lot of black men find is
mm-hmm.
that black women tend to be this is what I want. And then when you don't give them what they want, they start to complain and things. And some men consider that to be demanding.
Oh, I see.
And I'm saying, if you just tell the man what you want before you're even into anything with him, just say, boy, listen,
I like this, I like that, I like that.
Just be straightforward, and him can say, boy, I can't come up to that.
Okay, that's a good. I think the book.
You buy flowers and then you're not sure if you like the flowers. No, tell me the flowers you like. I want to know your favorite color.
Oh my God! Oh yes, fine. I don't have a problem with telling you my favorite color, because that's something personal.
Sure.
Yeah, and
You like mountains, you like the ocean.
Right, exactly.
Right? Are you a fruit person? What fruits you like?
Okay, all right, Dax. Oh my goodness, you are crazy. But anyway, you're fun, so that's a good thing.
Give thanks. It was lovely.
All right, take care, Dax. Have a good evening. And I hope you're not too lonely and not sexual before Vanya comes back.
No, I am satisfied. I am happy.
You're happy? Okay, great.
Love it.
All right.
Give time.
Oh my God. Dax is so funny. Well, we want to thank Dax, and we want to thank the people who called, the lady who called and said that she don't want you to wait 2 weeks to bring the flowers. That was really funny. Made me laugh until I cried. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. I had a great time. I hope next week will be even better, and we'll have more people calling in and giving their opinions and saying what they actually want. Okay, because that's the whole idea of the program, for you to say, what do you want from a guy? What do you want from a woman? Do you want a woman to be a constant complainer or what? Anyway, we'll see you tomorrow morning at 10:30, and that will be the end of this show, Men Speaks. And we certainly got them. Dax really gave his opinion about himself, but I want to hear from a lot more guys and how they're feeling and what they want to share and how they create their love thing going on. All right, so welcome you, and we thank you for joining us from around the world and in the United States. This is Diana Wright. Have a great evening, and of course, if you love something, set it free. If it comes back, it's yours. If it doesn't, it was never yours. You heard Dax. Buy one of those t-shirts. It will get you the attention that you're looking for, and it might just make you find the lover that you're looking for. So, give us a call. Go on the website and purchase a shirt. It might just give you what you need and what you want. Take care, and of course, be blessed, stay prayed up, and see you in the morning at 10:30 when we do Wow Big Friday. My goodness, the week is over already. Wow. Yes. I love me. 3 little words. It's easy for you to remember. So keep saying that to yourself. Thank you so much, and have a great evening. Ciao. Wow.